Hello, today's short video is to go over a short problem from Chapter 7, Work Design and Measurement. I chose problem number 17, which is on page 334. That's one that's not in the homework and it's not in the notes. All right, again, that's on page 334. It says design a schedule of work sampling observations in which 8 observations are made during one 8-hour day. Use 0.00 or 0 hours and 0 minutes to 7:59 or 7 hours and 59 minutes, which basically covers an 8-hour day. Using table 7.5, table 7.5 is on page 326. It's a random number table. Read the last digit going down column 4 for the hours. Example 1, 7, 4, 4, 6, etc. And read across row 3 from left to right in sets of 2 for the minutes. Example 47, 15, 24, 86, etc. And then arrange the times chronologically. All right, so first of all, again, we're going to do the hours. So if we go to page, again, it was on page 326. If I go up top of page 326, table 7.5. All right, the first thing we need to do is we need to do the hours, and they told us to use the hours from column 4. And keep in mind that we're only going from hours of 0 to 7 from column 4, and we're going to obtain the hour for each observation. It says to begin at the top of the column and use the last digit of each 4-digit number going down the column. So using the last number, the last digit, all right, the hours, which I'm going to highlight over here. All right, going down the last digit for column 4, I'm going to pick 1. I'm going to pick 7. I'm going to pick 4. I'm going to pick 4. I'm going to pick 6. I'm going to pick 3. I'm going to pick 1. The next one is 9, but 9 is bigger than 7 because the latest time is going to be 7 hours and 59 minutes, so I throw out 9. Then I pick 1. Right, and that takes care of my 8 observations in terms of hours. In terms of minutes, they told me to use row 3 and to begin with the first value in row 3, use digits in sets of 2, moving from left to right as the minutes for each observation. So in row 3, again, this is a random number table. Row 3, I'm going to start from the left to the right, and they're 4-digit numbers, and it told me to pick them in sets of 2. And keep in mind that minutes go from 0 minutes to 59 minutes. So the first one is going to be 47. The next one is going to be 15. The next one is going to be 24. The next one, which is in column 2, 86 is greater than 59, so that one gets thrown out. The next one is going to be 27. The next one is 76, but again, 76 is greater than 59, so I throw it out. The next one is 26. The next one is 64. Again, 64 is greater than 59 minutes, so I throw it out. Right? Then I go with 38. I go with 56. I go with 00. And that's taking care of my 8 observations. Now, the reason we use a random number table, basically, is to make sure that we have our random observations, that we don't have, that nothing is subject to basically subjective evaluation. So it's basically objective numbers. And we use these, for example, these random number, these sampling times in order to determine how long it takes people to do something, how many widgets are produced in any certain time in a sample, so we get an average of 8 observations based on specific times. And we can also see, for example, if some times of the day more is produced than other times of the day, things like that. All right, so again, we have now putting together the hours and the minutes. So the first observation was 1 hour with 47 minutes, so 1:47. The next observation, number 2, was the 7th hour with 15 minutes, so 7 hours, 15 minutes. The third observation was 4 hours with 24 minutes, so 4 hours, 24 minutes, right, into the day. The next observation was 4 hours and again, remember we threw out the 86, 27 minutes. So 4 hours and 27 minutes. The next observation was 6 hours and 6 hours, and we had thrown out the 76, so we went to the 26, so 6 hours and 26 minutes. The next observation was 3 hours, right over here, 3 hours, and again we threw out the 64 over here, so we went to 38, so 3 hours and 38 minutes. The next observation was 1 hour, right, 1 hour, and we were at 56 minutes. So 1 hour and 56 minutes. And finally, the last observation, at 8th one, 8 was required, our sample size was 1 hour and 00 minutes, 1 hour and 00 minutes into the work shift. Alright, so then it asks us to put these into chronological order based on the time of the day. Again, remember that we were going from 0 minutes to 0 hours and 0 minutes to 7 hours and 59 minutes. So again, these were our values right over here. We're putting them in order. The lowest one was the last one, 1 hour, 0 minutes. The next lowest item was 1 hour, the first one, 1 hour and 47 minutes. The next lowest item was the second to the last, 1 hour and 56 minutes. The fourth observation, the next one from the lowest, is going to be 3 hours and 38 minutes into the day. The next observation, the next one I should say in terms of chronological order, is going to be 4 hours and 24 minutes into the day, right? So 4 hours and 24 minutes. The next one is going to be 4 hours and 27 minutes, which was the the fourth one in, 4 hours and 27 minutes. The seventh one, the seventh one in is going to be 6 hours and 26 minutes, 6 hours and 26 minutes. And finally, the latest observation based on the period from 0 hours to 7 hours and 59 minutes is going to be 7 hours and 15 minutes into the workday. All right, again, I hope that you find that somewhat helpful into how to use the random number tables and to determine a work sampling plan. Some other program would have been used to determine that required sample size, but the random number tables are one way of getting the times. Another way of getting the times is a random number generator, which is in Excel, but for your homework, you've been asked to pick the random numbers based on the random number tables. Again, that's on page 326 of your textbook. All right, I hope this was helpful to you, and I will talk to you in the near future. Thanks.